Generally, like when we tee up guests, we talk to them in advance and say, "Hey, what do you like?" So we can tee the guest up on the things that they like. So I know that Connor has a bet laying the points with the San Francisco 49ers. And Connor, you laid 6.5. And I don't know when in the offseason that was. Maybe that was before the line went up to 7 and then like hit 7.5 at one point. But now because of the George Kittle news, that doesn't look like Kittle's going to play this weekend. The numbers drop back down to 6.5 at our show sponsor BetMGM, 6.5 minus 115 for San Francisco. So curious when you put that bet in, and if you put it in previously, like, do you still like it with George Kittle potentially out here? Because I said earlier in the show, like, if the number's going to be under 7, and I understand Kittle's really important more to the run game, I think, with Trey Lance than the pass game, I think I like San Francisco at this number. So just like your analysis of your bet on San Francisco, and then if it changes at all, your viewpoint with George Kittle probably not going to play in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it changes too much. I did put it in before the Kittle news, and that's obviously a bummer. You know, it's like you said, a true difference maker in the run game and the pass game. But just the differences in general, you know, between in the trenches here for the 49ers versus the Bears is so much. I mean, the Bears offensive line, you know, left to right is likely going to be starting Braxton Jones, Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patrick, Tevin Jenkins, and Larry Borum. I mean, this is likely a bottom 5 unit, and you know their pass catchers are brutal here. You know, offensively for the Bears with Darnell Mooney, Byron Pringle, Velus Jones, Equinemius St. Brown. I mean, Cole Kmet is obviously adequate tight end, but I think everyone in Chicago is just, and a lot of the betting market is so excited that the Bears got rid of, you know, Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace, that they're not really paying attention to, like, their roster got worse in the offseason. You know, like, they lost Khalil Mack, lost Eddie Goldman, lost Akeem Hicks defensively, and now you're matching up against the 49ers unit, which I think offensively they don't need to really put Lance at risk. They don't need to, you know, really throw him out there. Like, they can just run the ball and kind of, he can be a game manager for this game. So, you know, I know that there's been a lot of iffy reports about Lance and the volatility, and I think that probably some of that's true, but they just don't really need him to do that in this game where they have so many advantages pretty much across, like, the entire roster here. So I think less than 7 points here is a good look for the Niners, regardless of if Kittle plays or not.